The topic of current science that my group chose is global warming. Global warming is something that has the greatest effect on mankind. It is the rise in temperature over time due to increased carbon dioxide and pollutants lingering in the Earth's atmosphere. As there are higher levels of carbon dioxide, the planet begins to gradually warm up and sea levels also begin to rise. The Earth begins to experience extreme weather conditions such as frequent flooding, hurricanes, earthquakes, drought, wildfires, and more. Areas with commonly low temperatures year-round begin to experience higher temperatures. As time goes on, these conditions grow to become more severe and begin to frequently occur as well. These conditions invite public interest as individuals are gaining concern for the living conditions of our planet. The change in atmosphere is anticipated to worsen over time and therefore has the attention of people all over the world. It has become important to understand global warming in order to see improvement of the planet in the future.
Some current evidence that pertains to global warming is the global temperature rise. 2016 was stated the warmest year, with 8 out of the 12 months being the warmest. The planet's average surface temperature rose about 1.62 degrees Fahrenheit since the 19th century and will continue to rise if nothing is done. Another current evidence is that the oceans are getting warmer and more extreme events are taking place. The ocean absorbs a lot of heat from the sun, with the top 700 meters being the warmest. The U.S. events of intense rainfall continues to increase with the low temperature decreasing. The United Nations states that the damage done by the extreme events could displace hundreds to millions of people if the society as a whole does not limit greenhouse emissions. If these cuts are not made, at least 30% of the Northern Hemisphere permafrost could melt within 80 years. That would result in the carbon stored being unleashed and accelerating global warming even more.
There is great controversy surrounding the topic of global warming. For one, there is a strong consensus that global surface temperatures have drastically increased over the last decade, and that this increase in temperature is caused by human-induced emissions of greenhouse gases. While this claim is accepted by almost all scientific bodies, there are still those that argue that either climate change is not real and that temperatures are not increasing, or that climate change is not caused by human activity. This dispute has grown so much that it is now more of a political debate rather than a scientific one. So where is this issue of global warming going? According to the Union of Concerned Scientists, apart from professionals working to find solutions, activists, experts, scientists, and even regular people are fighting for change and calling for action by proposing things like cutting emissions out of energy. By calling attention to this issue, they are hoping to encourage people to do better, to be aware and mindful, and hopefully this issue can be mitigated or even resolved in the future.